We're live with a new episode of Ape Shit, the MMA show, coming at you this week for fight picks and bets, props and plays for this week's event, Sandhagen versus Dillashaw. That is going down July 24th at the UFC APESH. Got a special guest with us here today. I'll let him introduce himself.
Slap me and shove a banana down my throat. It's Ian the Iceman coming in hot, boy.
All right, and with that, we're just going to jump into it right from the top, starting with our picks for Sandhagen versus Dillashaw. Let's go.
Who do you think is going to win first, Ian?
I'm taking my boy,
I
Corey
figured.
the Sandman, Sandhagen. He is ever since the Eljo loss, Stefan became a new man. Freaking 2 highlight knockouts. He should be fighting for the belt right now. He shouldn't be facing this juice monster, TJ.
Yeah, the EPO, man.
EPO, man, yeah. TJ's got freaking just KO'd by freaking Triple C 2 years ago. His suspension should be longer, and he's going to have that ring rust. Man, I think his record should honestly be just wiped, all of his losses, or all of his wins. Because you don't know how long he's been on this shit.
Well, and traditionally he trains out of Team Alpha Male, but this one it says Elevation. So it says they're fighting at the same gym, but
No, that's old. They used to be training partners. And
okay.
Corey's got the reach, the height, and he's the younger fighter.
Well, it's Dillashaw's last fight at flyweight.
It was against Triple C, so it was.
But at the odds, looking at the odds right now, DraftKings has Corey Sandhagen minus 190, Tapology has him minus 175, and Dillashaw plus 145 on Tapology and plus 160 on DraftKings. And you're a little biased because you ride with the Sandman, but hey, I think he's gonna win it too. I'd put my money on Sandhagen. Minus 190 is not that terrible of a price either. It could be worse.
If he was like minus 200 or something, I would have just thrown some cash on TJ just for the chance. But keeping it under minus 200, that's pretty. I think the line's correct on that.
Should be definitely a great main event. How do you think the fight's going to go? You think there's going to be a knockout?
It's going to be hard because I don't know what TJ's going to – I mean, I don't think TJ's going to stand and bang with him. I think he's going to try to implement his wrestling like he always does, and then try to wear out Corey before. So I think he's going to try to go wrestle heavy in the first round at least, maybe the first 2, and then try to implement his strikes. Or, I don't know, he could just have a completely new game plan and think he can stand and bang with him. But I think Sandhagen's going to get it done. I think it's going to be, man, I'm going to go second round TKO.
Second round. Right now, the round betting, they got under 3.5, minus 170, over 3.5, plus 140. I think there's going to be a finish. I don't know for sure what round, but Corey can definitely starch TJ because, I mean, his last fight, Frankie Edgar with the crazy knee, and that was out of this world. That he sent him to fucking heaven and back. He was stiff when he fell. He was stiff as a board. So I honestly see I wouldn't be surprised if there's another knee, bro, because Dillashaw fights a lot like Frankie. I think there's ample opportunity for Corey to get a knockout.
Yeah.
It's whether or not though he can survive the wrestling heavy approach.
Yeah, I mean TJ Dillashaw is just a big question mark because you don't know what he could come out and look like a total chump, or he could actually come out and look like the elite fighter that he was. Because I used to be big on him before all this came out, and I mean there wasn't a lot of people. I mean that Triple C fight where he just got KO'd in like 40 seconds, that was a bad look. But
That was pretty bad.
before that, I mean those 2 Garbrandt fights, those were
Yeah,
bangers.
that was definitely the height of his
Yeah,
the height of his career at that point.
Yeah, and so it's just tough. It's really gonna depend on because I mean Corey, he's gonna come out like he normally is, confident. He's ready. It's really just the unknown of Dillashaw and what he can do.
So both of us on the Sandman this weekend.
Mm-hmm. Gonna put him to sleep.
Let's just quick before we move on. If Corey wins, what do you think will happen? And then if TJ wins, what do you think? I'll go first here. If Corey wins, I think he's obviously going to get a title shot.
Yeah.
Honestly, if TJ wins, he could say he could deserve a title shot. I think this is number one title contender fight. Like the winner of this is going to fight for the title next.
No, I definitely agree. If Sandhagen wins, he's just gonna wait for the Aljo uh, Jan rematch, and then he'll face the winner of that. If TJ wins, he definitely has an argument, but I I don't know. I would like to see him fight someone else. Like
Mm-hmm.
who else is coming up on that in that weight class? Because they got the Marlon versus Marab. That's coming up. So maybe the winner of that. I would like to maybe see that before he takes the belt is maybe Marab, the winner of Marab Marlon, or I don't know. Sandhagen's just yeah, he will have a really good argument if he beats Sandhagen, honestly. So it's just tough,
Rob Font just won. You could do
right? You could definitely do a Rob Font TJ fight.
yeah, Marlon, yeah, and yeah, so should be good one. I was gonna say something. I was slipped my mind for a minute. Um, oh yeah, do you think this is kind of a tangent, but do you think if Jan beats Sterling, do you think they do a trilogy or do you think they move on? Because if they do the trilogy, then
Yeah,
Sandhagen's gonna have to wait at least almost 8 to almost a year, probably.
I think he will wait though. I mean, shit. Colby Covington's been waiting over a year for that Usman rematch. I think if Jan does beat Sterling, I don't know if they're gonna. It's a tough one. They really like doing trilogies. The UFC likes doing trilogies, even when like the Moreno Figueiredo, like they're gonna do that trilogy. I bet you before they do another contender. So they really like doing trilogies. So I bet you they do an Aljo Jan trilogy before they give it to Sandhagen. But who knows?
Yeah. All right, moving on to the co-main. A little less hyped up than the main event. Um, might be a little overshadowed. Should be a good scrap. Women's bantamweight between Aspen Ladd and Macy Chiasson. Aspen Ladd 9-1, Macy Chiasson 8-1. Both 4-1 in their last five. And Aspen's a little younger, 26, a little 4 inch shorter, and a 5 inch reach difference. Holy shit! I wonder if that's gonna put. Which one had the layoff?
Aspen Ladd had a 1 year, 8 month layoff. She tore her ACL and I think MCL. So, and then yes, this girl
Her last fight, she
was
knocked out
against.
her last fight. She knocked out the Yana Kuzinskaya chick that fought last week.
Yeah, and then this Macy uh, chick, her last fight was against Renault,
Yeah,
and we
who
just
just
saw
fought
her,
last week too.
you know. So that's really no. She hasn't really fought anyone that's. She's got a win over Gina Manzana. This chick sucks. She's trash.
Trash.
Uh, yeah, I mean, girls bantamweight is just it's kind of a shit show to be honest.
Yeah, it's really just the freaking Nunez feeding pond.
Yeah. So who
What's
are
your
you taking
prediction?
on this?
Oh,
Oh,
I'm taking Lad. Honestly, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know much about either of them, but I've heard more good things about Lad, and I'm definitely. What are the odds? I'm definitely not putting money on this fight.
hmm
Lad's his favorite, -170. Um, Macy, uh, underdog +140. Yeah, I'm not putting any money on this one, but I've heard better things from Aspen Ladd. I've actually heard talk that she might get a title shot after this if she wins. She is number 4, and Macy's number 10.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, honestly, I think I'm taking the underdog on Macy on this one just for height and reach advantage
Yeah,
as
it's
well.
pretty actually bad.
Yeah, and just as she's coming off a 2-year layoff off her, ACL, MCL. That's a terrible injury, as you know. I'm suffering from a torn ACL right now. I can't imagine what her thoughts are going back in the cage. She takes a leg kick to that knee. I would be freaking out. I would be extra cautious of that knee, and I think she's going to have a lot of doubts going into this fight. 1 year, 7 months, that's a pretty big layoff, and so enough time to recover from that injury. But, man, I think there's going to be a lot of question marks in the back of her mind going into a fight after this injury, and I think this Macy pick can capitalize on that.
All right, so we're split on this one. This one's a toss-up. I feel like it could go either way.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on to bantamweight, Kyler Phillips and Raulian Pavia. And
Yeah, I guess it's
Pavia is actually coming up in weight to bantamweight. He fought at flyweight his last couple fights. And Kyler Phillips' last fight was against Song Yadong, who trains with Dillashaw at Team Alpha Male. And that was a good fight. And Song Yadong is really good. He's undefeated right now, 3-win streak in the UFC.
Yeah, I'll give you my pick. I'm definitely I'm taking Kyler Phillips on this one. Raulian, he's good. This against this the Zamagulov guy, he just
Yeah, the
won.
ZZ choked him out bad.
Yeah, and I think he honestly lost this fight. If you rewatch it, it was pretty close. He lost to Kai Kara France split decision, which isn't a bad loss. Kai Kara France is
No,
pretty. So he's facing.
that Bonterna guy just got a win too.
Yeah, he's facing good guys, and I think this is Kyler Phillips. Other than Song Yadong. I think this is a really good matchup, but I think Kyler Phillips is just a couple levels ahead of this guy.
Yeah, I'm definitely going for Kyler Phillips too. He's a big favorite, minus 275 on DraftKings, and Pavia is plus 220 on DraftKings. So you get a little bit less value out of Kyler Phillips. He is the heavier guy, so I think that also plays into his hand. Is that this guy's coming up in weight, and Kyler is. Normally you bet on the heavier man, so I think maybe that's why the odds are a little more skewed. The total rounds over under, you got over 2.5 minus 225, under 2.5 plus 175. And do you think there's going to be a finish on this one? Both these guys have knocked people out, but also gone to decisions.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Raulian coming up. I think we're butchering his name, but that's whatever.
Yeah,
Coming up
dude,
in the weight
I
class.
just say we're not John Anik. They got to pay us to pronounce it right.
Because aren't the R's pronounced something different if you're Brazilian or something? But anyways, coming up in a weight class, I don't know, he's kind of built like a truck. So I think that coming up, putting some muscle mass on, he might be trying to throw some haymakers and put Kyler out. I can see this
Yeah,
finishing, late second or going into the third, but yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't do any over under rounds on this. I would probably just do bet the money lines.
honestly, I kind of like the under 2.5 plus 175. Let me see what the to finish is. Let me pull that up here. Minus 200 for Kyler, plus 150. That's for finishes only. Yeah, I don't know. That one I feel like it's a toss up too. Both these main events we were talking earlier. This main event's a little. I don't know. It's got some iffy fights on it.
Yeah,
And
just some fights. I don't know. They could go either. They really both fighters have a path to victory. But I think Kyler Phillips, I think he's levels above them. So
yep, Kyler Phillips it is. Hopefully he gets the win. Okay, next one actually should be a pretty good scrap.
mm-hmm.
This is the first main event fight other than the or main card event fight that I'm actually excited for, other than the main event. You got Darren the Damage Elkins versus Derek Minner. So you got Darren and Derek fighting, and Darren, obviously the Damage, got the huge tattoo across his chest, and he's been in some wars his entire career. I mean, he's not called the Damage for nothing. Like, he's been fucked up. And Derek Minner is coming off. He's got a lot of, I don't know, it's not like hype, but he's got a lot of confidence for how young he is in his career. He's got 2 back-to-back wins against TJ Larmine, who came off the Contender Series. I think he did too. And then Charles Rosa was his last fight, where he just wrestle fucked him. My prediction for this one, I'm actually gonna say Minner again. I'm gonna talk about the Damage later for one of my plays that my our little features later later in the episode. But for right now, I'm saying Minner. I think Darren's he's a little old. He's 37, and I think Minner's actually going to be able to take him down and hold him on the ground, because Darren's kind of shown that's one of his weaknesses sometimes.
Yeah, I agree. And I mean, 1-4 in his last 5, and I mean the Volkanovski loss 3 years ago. I mean,
That was after he was on
kind
like
of
a
age,
6-win streak, though.
kind of ages well, because he's Volkanovski's champion now, but then like
Lamos and
losing the
Hall both
decision.
game, bro.
Yeah, I mean Ryan Hall. I mean he's he's the wizard, but did not. He's broke his hand, right? His first punch
Yeah,
against Topuria or
I
whatever.
heard that.
But then Nate Landerwehr, whatever, he's trash.
Nate the Train.
Kind of
Nah,
trash.
he's pretty bad. He's pretty bad.
And then, so at least he got this dub. Man, yeah, I think I'm definitely going with Minner here, just because, like you said, younger fighter, definitely got the more hype behind him. They're kind of setting him up for to beat Darren, I feel like, but you never know. The Damage can come swinging.
Yep. All right, moving on. Women's flyweight. We got Miranda Fear the Maverick versus Macy. What is it, like the Phenom or something? What is
The
it?
future.
The Future Barber. And straight away, I'm riding Fear the Maverick, baby, dude. I'm hyped up. I'm excited for her to beat the fuck out of Macy Barber, because I think she's actually gonna whoop her ass. Macy Barber is on a 2-fight lose streak, and then they feed her another super hard, like raging prospect. What are the odds? 17 and 13. Yeah, both of them are surging prospects right now, and Macy Barber's last fight was so bad. She threw like 100 strikes that didn't even touch the girl. Like, she was literally just punching the air. And Miranda has been just stacking up some wins, and she's also like a TA or something too. It's kind of funny, but yeah, I'm definitely going Maverick for the win. I don't think there's gonna be a knockout, but definitely a decision by with Maverick.
Yeah, I'm definitely going Maverick too. I'm betting on her until she loses because, like you said, she's been going off. She's freaking jacked. She's scary. She could beat my ass. And the Barber, nah, she's not the future. She's getting cut is her future. Damn, if she loses.
Yeah, dude, she's gonna go on a 3 lose streak for real.
I mean, she. I feel bad for her because they were really hyping her up.
Yeah, they were giving her lots of hype.
And props to her for not taking easy fights. She's been getting fed to the wolves.
Yep. And the odds here, we got Maverick minus 135 and Barber plus 115. So it's almost, honestly, 50-50 if you're looking at the odds.
Which is insane because,
Yeah.
I'm definitely throwing Maverick on something because I'm throwing money her way because those odds are way too good not to take her, honestly.
Yep. I think Maverick's a pretty sure bet. All right, so then here we go. Last fight of the main card. We got Mickey Gall versus Jordan Williams. Jordan Williams coming off the Contender Series, losing his UFC debut fight after Contender Series against Nasruddin Amayevov, who is he's actually fighting on this card later versus Ian Heinisch, which is kind of cool. And then Mickey Gall, who lost last fight was against Mike Perry and lost, but everyone knows him for fighting CM Punk back in 2016. So Mickey Gall, yeah, he's the man that beat CM Punk. And
Which isn't
honestly,
saying much, but
no, it's not saying much. But he's honestly been in the UFC since 2016. He has a win over Sage Northcutt. Then lost a couple, won a couple, lost a couple, and now he's here. But this one is, I think, this is a good dog. I would play the dog here, Mickey Gall, plus 165 as an underdog. Pretty good for an experienced UFC guy. I mean, he's not the best UFC fighter, but he's been in there and he's fought some who's versus Jordan Williams, who's coming off the Contender Series, one fight in, and he does have some hype around him, and he did get a crazy knockout. But his UFC debut, he kind of gassed a little, and not a little, he really gassed, and he lost that fight because I'm pretty sure he won the first round of that fight. And yeah, I think Mickey Gall is a good play as an underdog here.
yeah, this one I'm really 50-50 on. I'm not putting any money on this fight just because I don't know which way. This one. Yeah, I think I'm going with Jordan Williams though. Yeah, man, I don't know. I keep going back and forth on this one. This one's a tough one. Yeah, they're both.
Oh, also, Jordan Williams is going down in weight. He's going down to welterweight to fight Mickey Gall.
Yeah, I know. He says he's a middleweight here. Yeah,
I think, honestly,
maybe. Yeah, maybe the weight
see how
cut.
the
Yeah,
weight
I
cut
was gonna say
goes.
the.
See how he looks
Yeah,
on the scales on Friday.
yeah, I'm so 50-50 on this one. I think I'm sticking with Jordan Williams. Just I don't know why. I think just because his crazy knockout. Gall I mean, his record losing to Mike Perry isn't really a good look. I mean, Mike
And
Perry's good and
decision,
all,
though.
but
Decision, you think not getting out, but not Mike Perry couldn't knock him out. You think this guy's going to knock him out?
yeah, he also lost to Sanchez 2 years ago. I mean, that's when Sanchez wasn't, part of a cult. So,
Yeah,
uh,
yeah.
yeah, I don't know. This one I'm still 50-50 on. I think I'm just gonna go with Jordan Williams though, just because uh, I feel like there's more hype around him. He's a favorite, and hopefully he worked on his cardio. That's all I can pray for.
All right, you're going with Williams. I'm going with the man, the myth, the legend, Mickey Gall. And that's the main event. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 fight main event this weekend, July 24th, starting 7 p.m. at the Apex. Watch it for free on ESPN Plus. Not bad, and the rest of you fucks can stream it. I don't know. I'm more excited for the preliminary card, and we'll get into these ones next. But first, we'll go through some of these plays that I got, and then any preliminary that we don't get to, we can run through fast at the end. Okay, so the first one, little special, is the lock of the week. Most confident pick. Where's your money going to be at Saturday night, Ian?
My money's either going to be
Where
Corey
are you putting the
Sandhagen.
house? You got a
I'm putting
house
the
to
house.
bet. Where are you?
I'm putting the house on Corey Sandhagen, but his odds are a little tough. So I think my lock might be the Maverick, man.
The
I'm really
lock
high
is
on her.
Fear the Maverick is the
Fear the
lock of
Maverick.
the
I'm
week.
high on her. I think she's I think she's a lock. Good odds. I'm putting the house on Maverick.
All right. Well, we'll see if you're going to be homeless next week or have two houses. My lock of the week is actually going to be I'm actually going to the preliminaries, and this one might be a little. I don't know if this is a lock. I'm actually going to say my lock's Ian Heinisch this week. So we can talk
Whoa.
about that fight. I know. This is your guy. This is your man. I'm saying Ian Heinisch is the lock. And before we get into it, I think his just UFC resume is way, way better than this guy. He is the favorite at minus 150 on Tapology, DraftKings. Let me see what he is. DraftKings, he is minus 150 also. Okay, so they got the same odds. And so, yeah, Ian Heinisch is my lock of the week. I'll let you say what your spiel is because he's your guy.
Ian the Hurricane Heinisch, the boy. He's my man, my main one. If you don't know his story, look it up. Boy was it D1 or D2 at I think Colorado or Colorado State, one of those two colleges. All-American wrestler. Got mixed up with some shady stuff. Became an international drug dealer of all things. Fled the
Yeah.
country. Lived on a beach in France or something. Came back. Went to jail. Started training MMA in jail. Gets released. Comes out. And, he's just had a rough road. I mean, Derek Brunson is a tough one. As a freaking, like, your second fight in the UFC or something, one of your first couple fights in the UFC, Derek
Yeah, I
Brunson.
like Brunson a lot. A lot of people like to shit on Brunson, but I like Brunson.
Yeah. Akhmedov, another good guy. Like, holy hell. And then Gerald Mearshart, kind of trash, kind of a can, but whatever. Just knocks him out cold. And then the Kevin Gastelum fight, dude, you
It
got
was a
out
bad
wrestled by
look.
Kevin Gastelum,
Yeah.
which was kind of embarrassing, and it really kind of I bet my money on Ian, and he lost that. So, but yeah, I agree with you. I'm putting my money on Ian again tonight, or tomorrow, or this weekend.
Yeah, I think Ian, his last fight against Calvin was not a great look, but I think Calvin there had a ton of hype behind him. And I think Ian's actually I think they set him up for a pretty good comeback fight. Um, the guy is a little younger than him. He's got a little 3 inches on him. Or no, more than 3 inches, like 5 inches on him, and 3 inches on reach. So he is the Russian sniper, and he is like he's 1-1 in the UFC. Beat Jordan Williams, who's on the card in the main card, which is fucked because this fight should definitely be a main card fight.
Mm-hmm.
It's wacko that's in the prelims, and then he lost to Phil Hawes, who's pretty game. But yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to KO him, and I don't see what more the Russian sniper has to offer. And I think Ian Heinisch may actually be able to wrestle fuck him the way that Gastelum wrestled him. So yeah, I think he's a pretty sure bet. So he's my lock. So we got Fear the Maverick and the Hurricane for the lock of the week.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and next one is going to be Fade of the week. Favorite or hyped up that you think's gonna get faded, and I'll go first here. Um, my fade of the week is actually this. See, this is well, no, I'm actually no. My fade of the week is actually Jordan Williams, the Mickey Gall Jordan Williams. I I don't know if I'm a Jordan Williams hater, but I think he's shit. Nothing I've seen has impressed me, and people like to clown Mickey Gall, but he's not that bad. Went the rounds with Mike Perry, which is trashy as Mike Perry is impressive because he can knock the head off anybody. And this guy Jordan Williams, I'm just not impressed with. Mickey Gall also is pretty good. I think brown belt maybe in jiu-jitsu. I don't think he's black belt exactly. Okay, shit, yeah, black belt in jiu-jitsu. I think a lot of people are overlooking Mickey Gall. So, and I'm not impressed by Jordan Williams at all. So he is my fade of the week. I think Mickey Gall is going to knock his ass out. Okay, who's your fade of
Yeah.
the week?
Can you? What are the odds for Allen and Serrano? Sereno? I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Yeah, the Soriano and Brendan Allen odds. Puna Healy is minus 150 and Brendan Allen is minus 105. So split almost 50-50.
All right, I'll do something with a little more because no, I'm doing it. I'm fading Soriano.
You are fading Soriano, really?
People are up. I'm surprised the odds aren't more in Soriano's favor, honestly, because people are freaking they're jerking him off. They love him
I'm
right
one of
now.
those people. I'm jerking him off.
Yeah, dude. His
2
resume.
first-round knockouts. 2 first-round knockouts.
Dude, his resume, dude. Duskor,
Dusko
Tordov,
Tordovic?
he's pretty good, but I mean, dude,
Yeah,
he was 10-0 and then lost 2 straight in the UFC. Like, he isn't as hyped up as people thought he was, and he really looked hesitant. I think Brendan Allen's record beat Kevin Holland. Yeah, that's what it is. Whatever. Beat Tom Breeze. Tom Breeze ain't no joke.
No, Tom Breach's game.
Beats Kyle Dawkins. That ain't no joke.
That is no
Loses
joke.
to Strickland. Strickland, that's a decent loss. I mean, you got knocked out, but damn, son.
Yeah, that was a good one.
And then Carl Robinson, he kind of just took a lesser fighter to get back up on.
I don't remember that fight. How did it go? First
Heel
round
hook
submission. It was a heel
Yeah,
hook.
2 months ago. So the only problem is Brendan Allen gets real comfortable on the ground, and I'm a little worried about that. But I don't know. I think I got Brendan Allen. I'm fading this Soriano guy. I got Brendan Allen. It's a tough one, but I don't know. I got a feeling in my gut, which is probably going to be wrong, but I'm fading him.
All right, Fade Soriano. I'm thinking I'm on the Soriano hype train. I'm all aboard. I think this guy. Dude, Brendan Allen is a tough fight, but hey, I think he's gonna be able to find. I think, you know what? I'm gonna say it. I think he's gonna fade Brendan Allen. Another first round knockout for Soriano. Ripped 3 in a row.
It is what it is.
All right, and then the last one was is your live dog, your underdog of the week. Who do you think? What do you think? Who do you see some value out of that an underdog spot?
Underdog, I'm going to have to say, I'm going to bring it back up to I'll probably bring it back up to Aspen Lad, Macy Kayasin. I can't remember how to pronounce her name, but yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of high on her. I'm not super high on her because it's women's bantamweight, but just Aspen Lad's layoff, the injury, the height, the reach. I just think this Macy chick's got a clear path to victory. And Aspen Lad could definitely just shut me up and destroy this chick, but I think she's the dog.
All right, there
Live
you go.
dog.
Macy Kiason, dog of the week for you. My dog is someone that I bet against. Darren the Danger Elkins. I think he's got a chance. Maybe I'm a little delirious. But hey, he's the damage. I think he's going to be able to get this to be a scrap, take it to the 3rd round, and Minder's not going to know what to do. And I'm saying Darren's going to get that KO late. Live up to the name, the damage, baby. So that's the lock and fade and underdog
Actually,
of the week.
I'm changing it. I'm changing my underdog just because.
Late change here, huh?
Yeah, I was looking at the odds and I didn't know Andre Ewell is an underdog. I'm taking Andre Ewell as my dog.
Okay, let's talk about that one.
Yeah. Yeah, man. He says on what's he on DraftKings? What's his odds? Because he's looking like a heavy underdog on Tapology.
Julian, Andre Ewell's plus 170 on DraftKings.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty man.
Yeah,
I'm
I think
taking
that too.
Yeah, I'm definitely taking him as a dog. I don't know what this guy's coming off. Oh, Hakeem Dow. I forgot how to pronounce his name.
Dawudu?
Yeah. Coming off a loss, a split decision to him. Beat Julian Erosa. That's a pretty good win. TKO by head kick. Dang. He beat Dan Ige too, but that was 3 years ago. Yeah, I just haven't seen this guy fight, and I've seen Andre. I've seen him fight, and
Knocked out or went to decision with Jonathan Martinez. That was kind of a bad fight, though.
yeah, and 5-inch reach advantage, 1 inches in height. Yeah, I don't know. I just haven't seen this Julio. Is it Julio?
I don't know. I haven't seen him fight either, honestly.
Yeah, so I didn't do my research on this guy, but
Maybe I have. I don't know.
yeah, his last fight was it was a year, almost a yeah. He hasn't fought in a year and 8 months. You know,
5 months.
Andre's had 3 fights by the time this dude has had by this guy's last fight. So I think just the activity in Andre,
5-inch reach too.
that's what I'm saying. And man, almost a plus 200 underdog. Like what? I'll take
Yeah.
those odds. I'll throw a couple bucks his way. See what happens.
All right, there you go. That's the underdog of the week. Looking at the prelims, is there any we want to talk about that we missed?
No, these first 2 girl fights, I don't know anything about. Maybe I know which one. Shoot, man, which one's more, dude? Holy, dude, Hannah Goldie, 24K. She is ripped. Holy
I haven't seen any
shit!
pictures of her.
Look at my screen.
Oh yeah. Oh jeez. Yeah, I'm staying away from this. I think is that the first fight of the night?
Yeah, the Warrior Princess versus 24K. Man,
Anna
if we're
Goldie.
just going off looks, I'm going 24K. I'll tell you what, man.
There you go. There's your prediction. Oh, I got one. And Sarah Eubanks, Elise Reed. I don't really give enough a shit about that one. Sorry. If you
Yeah,
do,
I
sorry.
don't.
I don't. Okay. The two that we missed that. Oh no, never mind. The only one that I missed is that I want to talk about is the Adrian Yanez and Randy Costa. Um, Adrian Yanez was on What the Heck, and I listened to it, and he convinced me, dude. I'm definitely saying finish with Adrian Yanez. Um, Randy Costa is. They've actually been going at it on Twitter, but like in a really nice way. They postponed their fight a couple times because Adrian wanted to fight in Houston, but Randy said he wouldn't have passed a drug test. So Adrian Yanez like said he wouldn't fight in Houston, so he could still keep this fight with Costa. And so there was like a little bit of like positivity going around.
How nice,
Both
man. I'm
of
not gonna
them,
pass my drug test
yeah,
tomorrow. Let's
yeah.
fight
He
later.
said he
Ah,
needed to
hi,
sleep.
dude. Let's do it.
He said he needed to sleep. Both of them are coming off knockouts, but Adrian Yanez was going in detail with like some of his training and stuff, and he convinced me that he's going to get the win. So my money's on Yanez. I think he's going to be faster, and I think he's going to sleep him and get another KO.
Yeah. Yeah. I think. Yeah, I agree with you. Uh, I haven't listened to that podcast, but come on, H Town. We got to put some respect on his name now. Come on.
I know he wanted to get on. He's in between two Houston cards. He missed the last Houston card,
And he's gonna miss
and then
the
in
Derek
two
Lewis
weeks
one.
there's the Derek one in Houston.
Well,
But
maybe he could
he's
get maybe if he knocks this dude out first round, he can get a
quick turnaround.
bounce back in 2 weeks. Try to get it
I
up.
don't know. He said I should have postponed another 2 weeks, but didn't want to because he had the jitters, wanted to get the fight over with. Okay, there you go. So that's all the predictions for UFC Fight Night. Sandhagen versus Dillashaw, September 24th. Prelims 4 p.m. Main card 7 p.m. Anything else you want to add? Oh yeah, the apeshit cry.
I need to work on my monkey calls.
Easy peasy. What you want, boy?
You done?
Yeah, we're done.
Making pizza. Also, I got a reply back from GE.
Nice.
So
I think I took a skills assessment test.
Cool, bro.
stupid. Supposedly it's really easy.
I'm trying to think if I want to say anything else and cut that in.
What is Ian doing tonight? Ian!
Bro, just
What?
leave it alone, bro. You want to play Payday later tonight?
Yeah.
Ian said he'll play Payday, bro. Put that shit back.
We gotta do crime spree.
Yeah, just put that shit back, bro. Let me think here. Just leave my room. Fucking pisses me off. This is all recorded too.
Funny. You're a bitch.
We got you on the record, boy.
Yeah, we got you on the record, 4K.
You got
Just get out of
4K.
here.
Get out of here.
It's like a 30-minute episode. Not bad.
You're not getting any pizza.
It's fine. Could say, I don't know. I don't think we need to add anything. That's pretty good.
You could just put at the end, shout out your Instagram and stuff.
I'm gonna do an intro and an outro.
Yeah, you gotta
The
use the
intro's
more.
gonna-
And you gotta use them hashtags, boy.
Yeah. Well, no, my main goal right now is just to get episodes out so then I can get verified by like Spotify and Apple
My
Podcasts.
main goal is to blow up and act like I don't know nobody.
I'm gonna stop the recording here.